Well, I'm live. I'll wait to see if anybody comes in. I've been sitting here editing my video for today. Not much to it. I was looking at it and said it kind of video. It's not much to this video. It's kind of like me. Hey, Grounds Family Farm, GFF family. How y'all doing? I just thought I'd pop in and say hi, see what everybody was up to, how everybody was doing. Well, thank you. There's Tina. Hey, Tina. It's been rather quiet around here today. I kind of went into hibernation today. Yeah, it's K and K. It's one or the other. It's probably Kevin. There's a. We went from running 100 miles an hour at top speed, seemed like 24 hours a day, to just zero. Howdy, Peggy. There's Peggy. Uh, uh, you got some competition there, Peggy, on growing that lettuce now in the house. And, but yes, uh, yeah, Meg's little house in the country. She's starting to trying to blind us all with some bright lights that she's got now. And I haven't watched Grounds Family Farm video. I started to a little bit ago, and something happened, and I didn't get back to it yet. So something about a surprise when they come back from town. That's where I'm at. That's the beginning of it. It's it's been quite a week. Been a long week. Well, thank you, 3B. It's good to see y'all. I was just trying to remember. Uh, your last video. I then forgot what it was about, and I like 3B's videos. 3B Homestead. I know he's not trying to teach nobody nothing, but he's encouraging people to kind of canon. That's I think what it was. Uh, yeah, a lot of people. You probably in this day and time you get one out of 100 3B that knows anything about canon. Uh, yeah, canon. They're making everything harder these days. Uh, People who want to can their own food and everything. Uh, has to pay a lot of money just for the lids and stuff now. They've went up. All that stuff's went up so expensive. I mean, that's why we save as much as we can jar wise and stuff. Yeah, a lot of people's a lot. There are more people now. It seems like trying to, uh, uh, yeah, yeah, you can. That's what we save them all. Uh, there seems like there are at least more people trying to do different. It's it was a different life back in the day. I mean, we used to go to the grocery store just once a month when I was growing up. Uh, it, it wasn't an everyday thing. Like I jump in the car now and take off and go up to the Dollar General gas station. Uh, every other day or so. But now, but man, we just didn't do that back then. We just went to Piggly Wiggly once a month. If we run short on something, it was something minor. You know, it was something like uh, loaf bread or something like that, and we'd uh, we'd run down to a little country store close by there. Now it wasn't close, but it wasn't too far away. Uh, Shula Milton's and grab the bread. But yeah, now people just run. Well, let me run to the store, we're out of something. I put more demand on gas and oil, tires, and I don't know. I just wanted to see how everybody was doing and make sure everybody was doing okay. So I can't see these things. Yeah, and I guess that's good in a lot of ways. There's a lot of progress made. That's good, but a lot of stuff gets abused in the sense of what you really need to do and not do. Uh, I just here by myself. I mean, I could never go out of the house for weeks if I wanted to. Uh, say something. I miss the I miss the old mom and pop stores. Yeah, that's what Sugar Milton's was. It was one of them stores. I've talked about it before. Uh, It's where you could go get a board if you need it, a nail if you needed it, a hammer if you needed it, uh, and ice cream. That was my favorite thing back in those days. Go to Sheila Milton's. I'm gonna get an ice cream. If Papa didn't buy me one, Sheila would give me one. uh, uh, you do security work to get out of the house. That's welcome to the channel. That's I go to the barn to get out of the house. is that is that Neil? Oh, Neil, you're being entertained then. Yeah, Sheila Milton's. You could test your TV. You take the tubes out of your TV, and go test them. Get anything you wanted. Sheila would come up with it. Uh, and Sheila Milton's. When I made that trip up there to where I was born at, where I was, uh, where I started my life as a little boy. Uh, Sheila Milton's place, that place, they remodeled and put new everything down through there. Nothing's the same no more. Sheila Milton's ain't there no more. But I told y'all story. I think I've told y'all a story about Sheila. Uh, he lived in a mobile home. He, he had two doors on the front of his mobile home, one on each end. And Sheila always, uh, you know, he always kept his money on him. He always, had quite a bit of money. And Sheila went. Some guys decided they were going to rob Sheila. They went to his house, took his wife as hostage, and was sitting there waiting for Sheila to come home to rob him. And he surprised them because he didn't come in the door. They thought he was going to come in. He come in the door on the other end of the house. So they were on one end of the house, and he was on the other end of the mobile home and hallway that went straight all the way down the front of it. And old Sheila, he come in and he kind of stunned them, caught them off guard, but they started hollering, you know, we got your wife. It's your money or your wife, which one's it going to be? And Sheila pulled out that that big pew pew he carried around and started firing through the house. he just started firing it down the hall towards the front of the house. Oh, luckily his wife was okay, but they ran. But they sure did. We only had one sheriff, and he had a lot of area to cover. Uh, the most law enforcement I ever seen uh, anywhere around there. You didn't see a police car. I would, I wouldn't be afraid to say I never saw the sheriff's car more than half a dozen times in 10 years. And but the one time I did see him, the most law enforcement I ever seen was when he organized with the state to bust up a gambling ring. And it was a poker game, big poker game that uh, my Uncle Kenny had at his house. And that was that was some real commotion around there. Uh, that was probably the most exciting thing that ever happened around there, outside of a you know bear coming across the road in front of the house or something like that. It's the Super Bowl. Is it Super Bowl night? Is the Super Bowl going on? I don't know. I have no idea. Don't watch it anyway. Oh, okay. Well, now I feel honored to have a few of you in here, probably then. Oh, I don't even know who's playing. I see he put Kansas City. I don't even. So now I know more than I did when I got on here. Can we got Super Bowls going on, and Kansas City's playing. Oh, I've been waiting for that to happen. I couldn't use my phone because I was doing a download on it or upload or whatever you want to call it, Neil. Catch Neil for before he corrects me. Trying to. There we go. Maybe now I could be able to see a little better. Maybe. Oh, Meg. Hey, Meg. Philly. Oh, Philly. The one thing I did know about the Super Bowl, and I only knew that because I guess I've seen something old because it said it was today, I think, that said we're 48 hours, under 48 hours from the Super Bowl. And I remember thinking, oh, the Super Bowl must be Wednesday. Uh, but I think they're playing it in Louisiana, I think. Am I right? Well, there's Christina. Hey, Christina. Meg's little house in the country. Well, uh, one of the Magnificent Seven, that was being getting out, got out that third time. I think I talked about it in my video that I just downloaded. I really don't. That's been about a week ago, I guess, close to it. That guinea's got out 3 times. And since then, it hadn't got out. And I haven't found no place. No place. So I don't remember who named it, but Houdini is definitely fitting. Everybody. I've looked and looked and looked. Scott looked. I asked him, "What do you think? What do you see? Do you see any place?" He goes, "No, I think you got a Houdini." And then Michael and Monica. Well, Monica's the one that saw we were taking the grandbabies down to the barn, and she goes, "Oh, look, there's a guinea out." And that was the last time one got out. It was the day I did the video with the grandbabies. And I went up there and opened the gate. He went back in. Just walked right back in. Like, yeah, thank you. I couldn't get it back in the way I got out. I thank you for opening the door for me. Well, you know, I watch these videos. You got the Eddy family farm, who's, I mean, primarily they're goats. But then there's their chickens. And I really just see things that we've already done in the years past. Uh, Now he's got some pigs. Well, we still got pigs at the 120 over there. We still do the cows. But here at the house, we have become uh, a bird's nest. It's some kind of bird, a lot of birds, and the ducks, uh, but mostly chickens. And I always wanted to mess with guineas, and I like to listen to them. They're noisy. I like the sounds they make. So uh, we turned into the uh, guinea palace around here. I just can't take care of much more anymore. So, oh, and the cow that I've been trying to make friends with, I still hadn't. But the other one, let me touch her. Let me touch her nose today. I mean, it was briefly, but she let me touch her. Well, I'm doing okay. How's Christina? Barney, we don't have a lot of mouse problems. So Barney down there in the barn, uh, I have in the past, but we don't throw poison out no more because of the fact of Barney. But Barney does a good job. There's no signs of anything. But I saw on the Walker fam talking about chicks for $5 a piece now. Yeah. Problem we have around here is getting fertile eggs. I think there's something in the feed. We never had this much trouble as we had this past year of eggs that just wasn't fertile. There's too many roosters running around down there for them, not all of them to be fertile. They should all be. Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah. Oh, I heard some Eric. I heard some crazy stuff about the halftime, and I don't know, different crazy. They always do some kind of political something, advertisements or something, or something controversial. It ain't like it ain't like uh, I don't drink, but I used to like to watch the Clydesdales from the Budweiser commercials. Well, Tino, I've done a lot of different things on feed, and it just didn't. Just I don't know. It was just a last year was a rough year. Well, I just gonna have to try again this year. And we I don't know what it was, and you know you hear all these different stories and all these different things. You don't know what to believe or if there's any truth to them or not any truth to them or what. Uh, but yeah, it was a rough year. The guineas I understand. The chickens I didn't. The guineas I just figured they were too young. But that should not be a problem this year. I should be able to. I've even got a game plan. Uh, I'm gonna put the eggs in the incubator uh, as they lay them. I'm gonna get my pencil all sharpened up, and I'm gonna start in the back of the incubator, and I'm gonna work them. And uh, there's not gonna be no less chance of them not being fertile because of how old they are or anything. Just they're going in there that day. I get them, they're going in the incubator. I knew they would. Uh, I sat here. I sat here and listened to it several times, Neil. I listened to it today, in fact. I gotta find whatever I just clicked on there so I can see it. Usually, we wait and collect the eggs for about 10 days so we have enough of them, to start the incubation period. uh, to start it and hatch them all off at one time. But I'm not doing that this time. I'm just gonna let them roll right on into the incubator. Chestnut Hills is supposed to go live in 15 minutes. Pull herself away from the game. Well, if they do, we'll jump over there. I just I'm just glad to see y'all. I'm just glad to see y'all doing okay. Yeah, I do too, Neil. Yeah, and I'm I had a talk with the guineas. Uh I had a I had a chicken yesterday that was walking past me, right almost right dead in front of me. That just dropped an egg and kept on walking, just right in front of me. Now, as many years as we've had chickens, we have found eggs in some strange places, and but I've never had one to walk past me and drop the egg as it walked by. They're usually sitting, and you leave them alone and come back and get the egg. But this one just dropped the egg and kept on walking. Uh, well, it should, Neil, because it shouldn't identify as nobody else's. Now, the Magnificent Seven, I don't know. I need to do a little research on it. I'm sorry to hear that, Meg. Thank you. Uh, yeah, but they shouldn't. If they don't recognize the words of lyrics or something to a song, like they flagged me one time and wanted to, and I hit the button and let them fix it. Uh, and they just kind of blurred out all the sound, period, during that time, even what I was saying. I said, won't do that again. I'll redo it and cut it out before I let them wipe out the video like that. But that was one in Tractor Supply, I think. Uh, they just but if they don't recognize the lyrics to a song, then they shouldn't mess with it. Yeah, I mean, if you took another song and changed the words in it and used the music to that song and all that, then they'd probably catch it. But that was all yours. That's all. That's all. Neil written. I think we might had to plant some corn this year and grind it up ourselves. I know what I'm going to do. When the old time, whatever they call it at the Autobahn, the old timey days or whatever, they grind all that corn up and everything. I'm going to go around and just go, I need a 50-pound bag of that. Niels went into the songwriting business, y'all. He's took AI and put it to good use. Uh, is Grounds Family Farm still with us? Have they heard it yet, Neil? Or has Brandon shared it with them? Oh, look at that, Neil. I still got little bottles of my Lipton Georgia Peach Tea. Lipton's Georgia Peach Tea. That's my trademark. They should pay me for it, you know. Well, he might have shared it with them. That's what I was wondering. I agree, money, money, money. Oh, yeah. Everybody get in touch with them. Send them an email. I've loaded Tractor Supply with a bunch of them about coffee, and they need in not just all their stores, but most importantly in the ones in Oklahoma where the Eddie Family Farm shop. Uh-oh. Megan, Megan Pegs in the lettuce competition growing contest now. Who can grow the most lettuce the fastest? I think Peggy's going to win because, and I only say that for one reason. Meg's going to cook hers with all that bright light of hers. That was one bright light. That is one bright light that Meg has on her little thing there. Uh, I was sitting here watching it, and all of a sudden, it was like I turned all the lights on in the house at the same time. Poof! She just lit up the house. Yeah. Well, I put a request in on our new one down here. We need a coffee pot. Yeah, Meg, we interested in anything going on. Yeah, y'all gonna have to. Uh, I don't know. Uh, If Peggy won't post hers, she's gonna have to start sending pictures of hers to me so I can show them, and Meg can show hers. So I can show what Peggy. Here's Peggy. Here's what Peggy's got. Neil says he'll watch almost anything. That's yeah. I don't think there's anything you won't watch if you watch me. Neil just don't want to lose his space on the roof of the truck. That's all. Should I let him in on the secret, Neil? You shared your candy bar with him the other day. Should we let him in on the secret? He bought me a whole one. Well, you're still doing it. You're still doing it in the house. It don't matter if it's in the dirt or if it's by the light or not. And if it's by the light, Meg's got it. Poof. Light. I mean, all you got to do is watch Meg's video over and over and over again, and turn everything, all your lights off in your house. Just have your TV on or your computer screen, because uh, you know she'll provide the light for your house. Yeah, yeah. And I didn't share like Neil did. I ate the whole thing, Peggy. That bright light's gonna do far better. Yeah, the other one. Look, there's nothing wrong with the other one. Meg just couldn't find the right finger to get it to turn on. You have to, it's a touch screen, and she needed to have a neighbors come over until they found the right finger. Just everybody come by and touch it. I don't know, but I, I it was still good. Yeah, there you go, Neil. Yeah, she could even make a floodlight out of it, couldn't she? Hang it up in a tree, light up the whole yard. That's what it would do. Well, God bless everybody, and remember to keep smiling because Jesus loves us all. I see Grounds Family Farm, not Grounds Family Farm, Chestnut. What am I trying to say? Anyway, they're coming on. Nick and Zoe are. So let's go over and tell them we're raiding them. Random things I do is raiding you. Uh, but God bless, and it's good to see all of you. Uh, and I'm going to, after I get off here, I'm going to hit the button here and on my phone and start downloading my video for the day. And if you're not bored enough with Zoe, just come back and watch my video. It'll finish. It'll make you plenty bored. God bless. We'll see you. Where's the end? Change this on me. There we go.